Today I am going to deliver a lecture on break-even analysis and inventory control. This topic I have taught in the subject industrial engineering in the last semester. Myself, Dr. Kamal Kumar Mittal, assistant professor in mechanical engineering department. The college name is Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. So when we are talking about break-even analysis, so the break-even analysis basically describe the break-even point, the point at which the revenue which we are generating by producing some physical output or product and the cost involved in producing those products. The cost involved means the cost in raw material cost, the people who are working to produce those products, the machinery which we are using, some supervisors are there for inspecting the process. All these costs and the revenue will remain same at the break-even point. So this is related to break-even point, which we will discuss in the coming slides. And second is the inventory control. Inventory control means when we are going to produce something, when we are going to deliver something to the customer or some other organization or some production department, then we have to keep in mind that the inventory should not be overstocked and it should not be empty. Means if there is a shortage of stock, then we are not able to deliver the product to the production department or the customer, and this will show the poor performance towards the customer. And if the inventory is excess, means overstock is there, then again it is a problem. Why? Because when we are having the more inventory, then we have to maintain those inventory in the store or some warehouses. We have to pay for that rent for that warehouse. We have to maintain that inventory, means some maintenance charges are there. Some inventories are affected by some climatic conditions. We have to maintain the conditioning, air conditioning. Some inventories which are using some consumable, like they are having some continuously dipped in water, so we have to clean the water repeatedly, daily basis or weekly basis. So we have to find the optimum inventory at which the total cost should be minimum. These cost, when we are talking about in inventory, is of two types, that is ordering cost, or we can say purchase cost, and the inventory carrying cost. So these two topics we will discuss theoretically and analytically both in the coming slides. So break-even analysis. Break-even analysis is a financial tool or methodology which helps a company or an industry to determine the stage at which the company or a new service or a product will be profitable. Means the stage, or we can say a point at which the company is getting profit and more profit, and that analysis, break-even analysis, is useful in studying the relation between the variable cost. Variable cost means the cost which is depend upon the number of quantity produced. Higher is the quantity produced, more is the consumption of electricity, more is the consumption of fuel. There may be some visiting charges by some experts to check the process, whether the process is in statistically in control, or then we have to see how we can reduce these variable cost. Variable cost and fixed cost. Fixed cost is basically the cost which is independent on the quantity produced. So whether we are producing or not, it does not affect. Means like rent of the building where we are producing the products that we have to pay. The holidays, Sundays, there is no production, then we have to pay the salary for the workers to the employees of the company, and some depreciation is there. Depreciation means some machines which we are using, they are continuously losing its capability because of some climatic conditions. Their capabilities is losing, they are not much that capable to produce as the new one. And the revenue means whatever we are producing, we are getting some income. So break even analysis is describe the relations among these three terms. The break even point in industry, business, and specifically cost accounting is the point at which total revenue and total cost are same. Means the point at which the total income and the total cost, labor cost, machine cost, fixed cost and variable cost both are same, that is even. Means at this point there is no net loss or gain. Above this point profit is there, below this point loss is there. Now there are two types of cost, as I told in the last slide, that is fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost, that is depreciation. I have defined three factors to find the fixed cost, to describe the fixed cost, like depreciation, supervisory charges, rent of building. There may be more number of factors that we can add in this type of cost. So first, depreciation. Depreciation means continuously losing the capability of the system or in the machines. We can say we are having number of machines in a system. So it has been defined as the reduction in the value of an asset with passage of time due to various reasons, and it is independent on the quantity produced. Means whether we are producing some output or not, we have to pay for that. And the depreciation is also defined that if some new technology, new machines, machines are there in the market, then our existing machines will become older from the technological point of view. So that is again comes under depreciation. Second is the supervisory charges. It includes the wages of supervisors, foremen, inspectors. Whether we are producing some quantity or not, we have to pay for that. We have to pay for the supervisor for the holidays and non-working days. Then rent of the building, the rent of a space occupied by the machine is independent of the volume of production. Then comes the variable cost. Variable cost like power of fuel consumed, cost of power on fuel consumed will be the more on running the machines varies with the volume of production. Then repair and maintenance charges. Higher is the volume of production, higher will be the wear and tear, because more friction is there, and this basically the consider the rotatory parts or some movable parts like guideways we are using in lathe machines. Some drives are there, so we are having some bearings in the rotatory components, some belts we are using. So as more is the higher is the usability of the machines, there is a more maintenance and repair charges. That maintenance, maybe we can say that preventive maintenance or sometimes breakdown maintenance. Preventive maintenance, when we are talking about, then we have to weekly or monthly basis, we have to check the accuracy of the machine, we have to check the oiling, coolant, we have to check the sound of the bearings, like that. And in case of breakdown maintenance, we have to check the machines properly and check the what is the reason of the breakdown, and if possible we have to replace that component or that component of the machine. So these are the two types of cost, fixed cost and variable cost. Now there are different methods to analyze break even point, or we have to find the break even point, there are two methods. One is algebraic method and second is the graphical method. In algebraic method, the break even point in terms of physical units means we have to find the quantity at which the revenue and cost will remain same. So, break even point in terms of physical units, let FC is defined as the fixed cost, VC that is the variable cost per unit, it is increasing and it is directly proportional to the number of quantity produced, that is then TVC that is total variable cost, then TC is the total cost, that is the fixed cost and variable cost, then TR that is the total revenue, it is the total income, or we can say total income, then Q is the sales volume, that is quantity sold, then SP is the selling price per unit. Now, we know that the total cost is the sum of the fixed cost and variable cost, or we can say that TC equal to FC that is the fixed cost, this is the FC, then VC is the variable cost and it is multiplied by Q the quantity produced. So, this is the total cost. Now, we also know that total revenue that is the selling price per unit into the quantity sold. So, this is TR that is the total revenue equal to the selling price multiplied by quantity sold. So, at break even point the total cost will be equal to the total revenue, that is TC equal to TR. TC we know that it is fixed cost plus variable cost into quantity produced equal to the selling price into quantity produced, this is the total revenue. So, we can see that fixed cost equal to selling price plus Q minus variable cost into Q, or fixed cost equal to selling price into Q, or fixed cost equal to Q selling price minus variable cost, or Q equal to fixed cost divided by selling price minus variable cost. So, from this we can see that Q, it is the break even point, Q break even point, it is equal to the fixed cost divided by selling price minus variable cost. So, this is the break even point. At this, total revenue equal to total cost. After this, profit is increasing, and before this point there is a loss to the company, and if there is a loss, when we are going to discuss break even analysis, we have to see what is the reason of the loss. We can change the system, we can change the machines, or we can improve the functionality of the machines, so that we can increase the productivity of the system, so that our loss is decreasing and we are able to get more revenue than the cost involved. Now, we will solve the problem to find the break even point, the profit or loss that will come when we are changing the quantities from the break even point quantities. So, in the example, annual fixed cost at a small machine shop are 40,000 and variable costs are estimated at 40% of the rupees 40 per unit selling price, means selling price is rupees 40. So, we have to find the break even point or the break even quantity at which there is no profit, no loss. Then we have to see what profit or loss would result from a volume of 3000 units. It is obvious that if the break even point is less than the 3000, then there is a loss, and if it is, then if break even point is less than 3000, then there is a profit, and if break even point is more than the 3000 unit, then there is a loss. Let us see. Now, there is a solution is there. Variable cost is 40% of selling price, that is SP. Selling price means, and variable cost is 40% of the selling price, that is 40. So, it will be rupees 16. Now, directly from the formula we see that break even point equal to fixed cost divided by selling price minus variable cost. So, this is equal to the fixed cost, it is given as 40,000 divided by 40 is the selling price minus 16 is the variable cost, and we can easily see that it comes out to be 51538.46, and because the quantity cannot be in decimal. So, we will convert this into next integer, higher integer, and it is 1539 units. Now, this is the first part. Now, we have to see whether profit or loss when quantity is 3000 units. We know that profit equal to total revenue minus total cost. So, total revenue is selling price into quantity produced. Selling price is 40 and the quantity is 3000. So, it is 1,20,000 rupees. Total cost, fixed cost plus variable cost, and it is depend upon the quantity produced. Fixed cost is 40,000 plus variable cost, it is 16 into 3000, and it will be rupees 88,000. So, there is a definitely there is a profit, that profit is 1,20,000 minus 88,000, and it will be rupees 32,000. And we can also directly see that profit is there because the quantity is 3000 and the break even point is 1539 units. So, this is the profit when we are having the 3000 units. Now, there is an example 2. A toy company produces 20,000 toys per year and obtains rupees 8 lakhs revenue from them. Fixed cost are rupees 3 lakhs per year, and total cost means fixed cost plus variable cost are rupees 4 lakhs per year. Calculate the contribution per unit. So, we have to find the contribution in this case. So, the data is given as quantity produced is 20,000, total revenue is 8 lakhs, fixed cost is rupees 3 lakhs, total cost is rupees 4 lakhs. Now, we know that total revenue is equal to selling price into quantity produced, or selling price equal to total revenue divided by quantity produced, and total revenue is 8 lakhs divided by 20,000. So, the selling price is rupees 40 per unit, means when we are selling 1 unit we are getting rupees 40. Now, variable cost is equal to the total cost minus fixed cost. It is 4 lakhs and it is 3 lakhs. So, it will be rupees 1 lakh. Now, variable cost, this is the total variable cost basically, and variable cost per unit, then we have to divide the number of quantity produced, that is 20,000. So, the variable cost per unit is rupees 5 per unit. Now, contribution is defined as the difference between the selling price and per unit minus variable cost per unit. Selling price per unit is rupees 40 and variable cost is 5. So, the contribution is rupees 35 per unit. Now, the previous method is an algebraic method. Now, in this case there is a second method to analyze the break even, and it is called break even chart. In this there are two axes, x and y axis. In x axis it is defined as quantity sold, and in y axis the cost is there, revenue what we are getting from producing the physical output. So, the quantity sold, we see that initially when there is zero output, means we are not producing anything, but fixed cost is there, it is there. this is the fixed cost, and I have told earlier that these fixed costs is depend upon the depreciation, rent charges of the inventory or the machines which we are having. So, it is there. Now, when we are going to produce something, the quantity, then one more cost, that is the variable cost, which is depend upon the quantity produced, directly depend upon the quantity produced, and it is also there. This is the variable cost, and it is increasing in this direction as the number of quantity increases. Now, this fixed cost and variable cost, these two costs will be the cost involved in producing some item, that is the total cost equal to fixed cost plus variable cost. Now, there is one more term is total revenue. Total revenue means when initially when there is no production, it is 0, revenue is 0, as it is quantities we are producing, we are getting, and it is increasing in this direction, So, from this diagram we see that initially when the production is very less, and what we see that then when these two lines, that is total cost and total revenue cost, they are intersecting at one point, this point. This is called the break even point, means at this point there is no profit and no loss. After this, the revenue is increasing and the cost is lesser than the revenue. So, we are getting profit, that is total revenue minus total cost. And below this red region, red line shows that there is a loss, means revenue is less than the cost. So, red lines indicate loss, means total cost is more than total revenue. Now, if there is a loss, then we have to concentrate the industrial experts or managers, they will think, they have to think that what is the reason of the cost which is higher than the revenue, whether some replacement is required, some functionality we can add in a existing machine, so that the productivity will increase. We can change the system of the manufacturing unit, like there are different type of system like series system, parallel system, hybrid system. So, as per the suitability or to get more profit, we can change the layout of the system or some process we can change, so that the revenue is more than the cost involved. So, this is the break even chart and this is the graphical method. One more term, that is the incidence angle, that is theta. Incidence angle. So, theta is defined as a angle if the value of theta is increasing in this direction. So, this TR is like that, this TR dash. So, the profitability is become more, we see that, and if this theta is decreasing, this basically this region, so the loss is decreasing in this case. So, this is the incidence angle.